Viewers, we will begin tonight up front with an admission. A dangerous precedent is being set, and to expose that, we will begin tonight's show with hard facts. As you know, viewers, hard facts are the lead motif of this show. Because with the hard facts, I bring you closer to the truth. And today, the truth matters more than ever. Viewers, India is perhaps one of the few countries in the world where the majority community feels the need to be insulated by anti-conversion laws. They in fact push for it by voting the BJP that actually wants to bring the anti-conversion law. Now, I'm not saying an overwhelming majority of Indians vote for the BJP. Don't get me wrong, viewers. But certainly, in the past and even now, they have voted for the BJP in some states, in some Lok Sabha constituencies. In fact, you could say a majority of them, because the BJP has promised to look after their interests. But why do they feel the need to push for an anti-conversion law? Because, viewers, forced conversions are part of the lived reality in this country. In this country, however, it must be said, and here are the hard facts, viewers. Here are the hard facts, that the right to convert, yes, viewers, the right to convert is not a fundamental right. This has been decreed not by Rahul Shivshankar or by Times Now, but by the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land. And as the Congress party strikes down a very important piece of legislation in Karnataka that insulated Hindus and other dharmic traditions from the threat of forced conversions at the hands of Abrahamic traditions, it may be in order to go over what the Supreme Court has ruled, not just in 1977, but also, viewers, recently as last year, 2022. Now, viewers, let me jog your memory back. In the Reverend Stanislaus versus the state of Madhya Pradesh, that was the case of 1977, the Supreme Court ruled what Article 25(1) grants is not the right to convert another person to one's religion. Article 25, viewers, is of course freedom of religion. But Clause 1, the Supreme Court interpreted it as not to mean that there's an automatic right to convert another person to one's religion. And we are not talking right now about forced conversions, viewers. It allows, the Supreme Court said, to transmit or spread one's religion by an exposition of its tenets. So you can go out there and preach the tenets of your faith. But that doesn't mean that you are fundamentally have the right to call upon someone after having heard those tenets to convert to your faith. Article 25(1) guarantees freedom of conscience to every citizen. It should be left to the conscience of an individual as to what faith he wants to subscribe to. Article 25(1) postulates that there is no fundamental right to convert another person. If a person converts another person, it impinges on the freedom of conscience guaranteed to all citizens. This has been laid down by the Supreme Court. Now, if someone brings in a bill, viewers, to give expression to what the Supreme Court has said, what's the problem? But apparently there is. And not just this, the Supreme Court even recognized that forced conversions happen in violation of the secular spirit that is enshrined in the Constitution. In fact, in November 2022, when advocate and BJP member Ashwini Upadhyay, who is on this panel tonight, had filed a petition for a central anti-conversion law, the Supreme Court agreed that it was a serious issue deserving a hearing. And this is what, in an oral observation, the Supreme Court said in November 2022. That's not many months back, viewers, just about 6.5 months ago. It said, and I quote, "This is a very serious and dangerous matter. It is seriously against interests of nation. Everybody has the right to choose religion, but not by force or by giving some temptation," unquote. These are the words of the Supreme Court, viewers. Viewers, the dharmic faiths, Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Jain, have been subjected to the tyranny of forced conversions. All sorts of ruses and guises have been used to lure the adherents of these dharmic traditions from their beliefs. Here are just some examples. In Uttar Pradesh in June 2023, online gaming app was used to convert children. It resulted in 1 arrest, viewers. Ghatampur, Uttar Pradesh, November 2022, locals allegedly offered money and brides to convert. 2 pastors among 4 were booked for this alleged act. Sitamarhi, Bihar, 2014, Dalit family forcibly converted to Islam. 4 people were arrested there. And then, of course, Alirapur in Madhya Pradesh, a bid to forcibly convert 71 tribal children to Christianity. 10 were arrested, viewers. Recently in Dhammo, Madhya Pradesh, Hindu students allegedly forced to wear hijab. There was pressure on them to also accept the tenets of the faith. That is what the FIR alleges. And the FIR has been filed against the school, viewers. There are many such examples. I can go into several of them. And in fact, viewers, sometimes these conversions have even aroused passions amongst Hindu groups who have retaliated. Much violence has happened to resist these alleged attempts. But despite this reality, in clear public view and in total disregard of the interests of dharmic faiths like the Hindu faith or the Sikh faith, the Congress Sarkar in Karnataka has vowed to scrap the anti-forced conversion bill. The Congress says that the bill is anti-secular. It was brought in by the BJP to fearmonger among Hindus and consolidate them into a vote bank against Muslims. Listen in, viewers, to what the Congress has been saying.
See, the bill brought by BJP in 2022, that bill is going to be repealed now. And the bill what we are now bringing will be in in tune with the provisions of the Constitution.
Because we feel that whatever they did, it is not in the interest of the democracy or secularism. So naturally, they have to protest. Whatever anti-people, anti-secularism provisions they have brought out, that will be definitely taken up.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास ना तो बढ़ती हुई बेरोजगारी का उत्तर है, ना बढ़ती हुई महंगाई का उत्तर है, ना लोकतांत्रिक मूल्यों में लगातार जो वो डेंट मार रही है उसका कोई उत्तर है। तो वो हर चीज का उत्तर पोलराइजेशन करने की कोशिश से उसका जवाब देते हैं। दिल्ली में यूसीसी की बात करते हैं, कर्नाटक में एंटी कन्वर्जन लॉ की बात करते हैं। वो सुबह से शाम हिंदू मुस्लिम करते हैं।
Well, while the Congress is criticizing, viewers, the BJP for its saffron agenda, it's conveniently forgotten its own history, that similar anti-conversion laws have been passed in several states, and some by non-BJP parties. Now, while, viewers, a majority of those legislations have been passed by the BJP, there are other non-BJP parties who don't really subscribe to the saffron outlook that the BJP does, supposedly. In Odisha, it was implemented in 1967. In Arunachal Pradesh, implemented in 1978. Here, there were non-BJP parties, viewers. Are those parties also, viewers, communal? Or were they just reacting to a reality? And here's more hypocrisy. Let's remind you how the Congress tried twice to pass a similar law in Madhya Pradesh when in power, and in Himachal Pradesh. In fact, in 2006, the Congress brought it, an anti-conversion law, and passed it. I'll take you back to 1954. Congress prepares the first draft of the anti-conversion law based on the B.S. Niyogi Committee recommendations. In 1958, it tries to pass that law through the state legislature. It was called the Freedom of Religion Bill, but it was rejected in the assembly. Apparently, they didn't have the numbers. Perhaps there were some Congress members itself who voted against it. In 63, the second draft of the Freedom of Religion Bill was rejected once again by the Madhya Pradesh House. But in 2006, Himachal Pradesh Freedom of Religion Bill was adopted under the Congress views. As we told you, it isn't as if the Congress is not aware of the threat that forced conversions pose. It raised an alarm. In 1954 in Madhya Pradesh, it set up the Niyogi Committee to probe the alleged mass conversions by Christian missionaries of backward class Hindus. Viewers, what was this probe about? To probe the alleged mass conversions by Christian missionaries, to probe backward class Hindus being converted to Christianity. Then at the center too, and I've told you viewers, I am going to give you all the facts. 3 attempts were made by members of parliament in their private capacity, even from the Congress, to move anti-conversion bills in parliament. But every time they hit a roadblock. Indian Converts Regulation and Registration Bill 1954, moved by Jethalal Hari Krishna Joshi, a Congress MP. It didn't pass muster. Backward Communities Religion Protection Bill 1960, moved by Prakash Veer Shastri, an independent MP, again blocked. Freedom of Religion Bill 1971, moved by O.P. Tyagi, Janata Party MP, not passed. Janata Party MP, viewers, also. So you can see that there are other politicians that don't necessarily belong to the BJP ecosystem that felt the need to move this anti-conversion bill. So what is the problem?